"You should be an asset and not a liability," was a quote from Deion Sanders in the Sporting News when he talked about his new team in Boulder, Colorado. During this past offseason, he had 57 players leave and 49 players arrive via the transfer portal with his hiring. Although a total overhaul of the college team was not the original intent of the portal, this example highlights how both players and coaches are utilizing it. The transfer portal was created by the NCAA in 2018 as a compliance tool to systematically manage the transfer process from start to finish, add more transparency to the process among students, schools, and empower student athletes to make known their desire to consider other programs known to coaches across the country. A student athlete can enter the portal by notifying the school compliance officer, and the officer will put their name in the system. Once in the system, other schools and coaches can connect with the student athlete to identify if a better fit exists for the student athlete. The whole process took a lot of time and was a very manual process of one school connection at a time. You might be wondering how many schools or student athletes are using the portal. The numbers are increasing, but not as much as you would think. The NCAA said in an article that in D1 in 2022, 20,911 student athletes entered the transfer portal, and this is an increase from 2021 with a total of 17,781 athletes entering the transfer portal. Of this total, 78% of women athletes entering the portal had student aid from their departing school, while 65% of those in the men's had student aid while leaving their departing school. This is an important issue for me because I plan to play college hockey, but I know I might have to start at a D2 school. But with the transfer portal, playing at D1 school is achievable. I'm going to inform you on how the transfer portal positively impacts players, coaches, and addresses some of the major questions of the people that view the transfer portal as bad. I firmly believe that this is a change for the better in college sports. The NCAA transfer portal is good for the student athlete. One of the best things about the transfer portal for athletes is if you did not get a scout well in high school, you can still get a chance to go to your dream school. Some student athletes find that the first school that they pick is not a good fit for them, academically too, far from home or team dynamics. A graduate transfer, Bellis Jones Jr. said, "The transfer portal is a blessing. I am really thankful that the NCAA has allowed players to find a better home." He used the portal to transfer from the University of Tennessee to the University of Southern California because he found his new school a better fit. The old process required a student to contact their head coach for permission to contact other schools. The head coach could deny permission, and then the student would have to appeal to get permission. This process had a lot of red tape and took a lot of time. The process made you lose a year of eligibility unless you were a grad student. In contrast, the transfer portal empowers the student athlete to have control of their academic and athletic career. The transfer portal does not just positively impact the student athlete, but also has a positive impact for the coaches. When coaches are considering athletes in the transfer portal, they can view game film with athletes against other college level athletics instead of high school athletes. This provides a better understanding of ability, fit in the program. Secondly, the athlete will be older and more physically developed so they can have an impact immediately in the program. Finally, the coaches benefit from the transfer portal because the student athlete have some college behind them and they have learned how to manage the time demands of training and academics. Coaches benefit from the transfer portal because they have a better feel for ability of the student athlete to succeed in the program. And like I said earlier, that Deion Sanders and how you can completely change a team in a season and 57 people leave and 49 transfer in 1 year. Some people think that the transfer portal is bad for college sports. They will say that players have all the power and the coaches have to recruit them all the time so they don't have to leave. However, Todd Malinsky, in an an article said, the NCAA's transfer portal opened October 15, 2018, but it took on a bigger role in 2021 when the NCAA allowed a one-time transfer without a one-year penalty in sports where it wasn't already permitted. These sports were football, women's basketball, men's basketball, baseball, and men's hockey. The NCAA set up this structure so student athletes could change once, but not every year. Others think that the transfer portal allows the good team to get all the good players. However, you see plenty of players leaving the good teams because they want more game time or they don't like the system of the coach. For example, Jalen Hurts left the University of Alabama football to go play at Oklahoma University. Alabama has been well known as a top football program, but Hurts moved to Oklahoma to provide him with more success. Environment. He would have lost his starting role at Alabama, but ended up as a Heisman nominee from Oklahoma. Student athletes are using the transfer portal to get more game time, scholarship offers, but no statistics are showing that there's any bad with this. In conclusion, the transfer portal is a good thing for college sports. The student athlete benefits by finding the right school for their future careers. The coaches can find needed players to fill gaps in their team with a high likelihood of success. Although some people think it will hurt college sports, the transfer portal is allowing student athletes more control and opportunity for the future, and a lot has changed with college sports in the last couple of years. Besides the transfer portal, the extra COVID year has given athletes an extra year of eligibility. The largest impact to the college sport will probably be, in my opinion, the name, image, and likeness, NIL. This provides students financial compensation as a college student, which is fundamental change to college sports. We can talk more about this next time.